GIS and GPS parts we'll be discussing, right? So remote sensing, GIS, GPS and field astronomy parts we are discussing, right? All of you. So GATE and ESE civil engineering, you can say, right? This is my profile, right? This is my profile. You can follow me at which. And what is the referral?
Everyone, I'm Ram Balaji. I'm from.
And what is the referral code you have to use? RP Civil Live is the referral code you have to use, right? Whenever you are subscribing to the Plus and Iconic courses, what is the referral code you have to use always? RP Civil Live is the referral code you have to use always, right? So recommended to your friends also to use the referral code RP Civil Live, okay? Right. So these are all the subjects I'll be taking in Unacademy Plus platform. And now coming to this, so Iconic subscription is just at an additional rupees of 555 per month, you can say, right? So whenever you are using the referral code RP Civil Live, right? What is the referral code you have to use? RP Civil Live referral code if you are using that, a 20% discount you will be getting, right? So this 20% discount offer is available up to this 30th June only, tomorrow only. So before tomorrow you try to subscribe to the Plus and Iconic courses, all of you, right? Inform your friends and juniors also to subscribe to the Plus and Iconic courses before this offer gets expired, right? Before this offer gets expired, ask your friends to use the referral code RP Civil Live, okay? Right. And these are the special features of the special class. Now 20% discount on which one? These are all subscriptions, right? Plus subscription as well as which one? These are Iconic subscription, right? What is the referral code you have to use? Lina, hi, good evening. RP Civil Live is the referral code you have to use always, right? So you will be getting this printed notes, right? Those who are existing students also for Plus and Iconic, you will be getting this printed notes for printed notes, and using the referral code RP Civil Live, you will be getting 20% discount on which one? This printed notes subscription, printed notes price, and it will be valid up to this June 30th only, right? These are the new batches we are having, target batch and vision batch we are having, and these are the Iconic subscription benefit, right? 1:1 live interaction sessions will be there. So this is the difference between this Plus and Iconic subscription, right? Depending upon your requirement, you choose either Plus or Iconic subscription, right? So this is the fee structure for Plus, left side, and the right side it is for Iconic. So what is the referral code you have to use to get the maximum discount? RP Civil Live, right? Now coming to this. So yesterday we have completed this aerial photogrammetry, right? Yesterday we have completed which one? This aerial photogrammetry, if you just observe. Now we'll be continuing the questions, right? Aerial photogrammetry questions got over. Field astronomy, RSGS and GPS will be discussing, right? So that 513 questions are done. Now this is your part 61 on 29th June. 513 questions are done, right? This is your remote sensing and GIS. This is your GPS, and this is your which one? This is field astronomy. So 513 questions got over now, and this is your 514, right? So all of you try to write the answer for this 514 question, everyone. Try to write the answer for this 514 question. Try to write the answer for this 514 question, everyone. Select the answer of you. Anyone? Zenith is the point on the celestial sphere below the observer station, above the observer stations, on the left of the observer station, none of the above, right? So which one is taken as your zenith? If you just observe, whenever, let us say this is your celestial sphere, right? This is your celestial sphere, right? What is a celestial sphere actually? In this celestial sphere, we'll be taking this earth as the center of this celestial sphere, and now we are assuming all the stars and all the planets, everything are adhered on this circle, adhered on this sphere, right? So that is called as your celestial sphere, right? It is assumed like that. Okay, celestial sphere. So now whenever you are having the observer here, if you just observe the point exactly above the observer, if you just say, right? So this is your observer na, on the earth, right? The point exactly above the observer is called as your zenith jet. The point exactly below the observer on the celestial sphere is called as your nadir, right? The point which is exactly above the observer is your zenith, below the observer is your nadir, right? Because here in the question zenith is asked or nadir is asked in the question. Zenith is given above the observer station, right? Point on the celestial sphere exactly above the observer, right? So this is your earth we are taking. So entire universe is taken as a sphere with earth as a center, right? So that sphere is called as your celestial sphere, right? Now 515 question, select the answer of your 515 question, select the answer of your select the answer of you, everyone. What is the answer? Select the answer of you, everyone. The angular distance, right? The angular distance of this heavenly body from the zenith is known as, right? So what is that you can say? Here if you just observe, let us say this is your what, right? This is your earth na, and this is your observer, you can say, and this particular point is your zenith, and let us say this is your star, right? So heavenly body is nothing but your star, you can say, right? This particular angle is called with which name? This particular angle is called as your zenith distance, right? From this zenith to this star, right? Or heavenly body, right? That is your zenith distance z. Or you can also call it as which one? This is co-altitude, right? So from here it is called as your altitude. From here it is called as your which one? This from this this is your horizon you are having na? Yes or no? This is your horizon, right? Horizon is nothing but your, this is your extension of what? East and west, or it is exactly the great circle, right? Exactly the great circle, horizontal great circle you are having perpendicular to the observer, right? With respect to this, it is called as your altitude, and with respect to that, it is called as your 90 minus this altitude alpha, right? Let us say altitude is alpha, 90 minus alpha is nothing but your co-altitude, right? So co-altitude, or you can also correct as which one? This zenith distance, right? Both are same. Which option is correct? Option C is correct now. Co-altitude as well as the zenith distance, right? Now select the answer for this 516 question, everyone. 516 question of you. Everyone select the answer for this. Somebody? Circumpolar star, right? What is a circumpolar star if you just say? Circumpolar stars are those stars which are visible at poles only, which are in the plane of this equator, which are always above the horizon and do not set, and none of the above, right? So what is that? You can say circumpolar stars, right? These are always remain above the horizon and therefore do not set, right? If you just observe how these circumpolar stars are moving, if you just observe it, that is your celestial north, na? Let us say this is your celestial south, right? Celestial south and celestial north, and this is your which one? This is a horizon, right? This is your horizon, you can say. So whenever it is this horizon, right, that circumpolar star means the name itself is telling that circumference they are making at the pole, right? So this is star, if you just observe, it will be moving from this location to this location and this location to that location, like that only it will be moving, right? So always it will be above the horizon and it will not be setting down now. So which are plane of equator visible at the poles only, which are always above the horizon and do not set, right? That is the answer, right? So at these poles they are making a circumference, right? At this poles location, celestial poles location, right? Now 517 question, select the answer. Select the answer of you. What is that? Equation of time, which is the difference between the apparent solar time and mean solar time at any instant, vanishes during 1 year, right? Once, thrice, four times, twice, right? So when it will be vanishing, if you just observe, if you just say equation of time, difference between the apparent solar time and this mean solar time vanishes during which one? 4 times it will be vanishing, right? 4 times it will be vanishing, right? So 4 times it will be vanishing means both apparent and this mean value will become same during 4 times in a year, if you just observe, right? So therefore the difference will be vanishing and the difference will become 0. Now select the answer for this 5 and 8 question of you. Select the answer. Select the answer of you. A star in the northern sphere is said to transit, right? If its altitude is maximum, when it is south, when its azimuth is 180, when its altitude is maximum, and when it's sorry, it is in south and when the azimuth is 180 degrees, right? So what is that? You can say when it is assumed to be transiting south and its azimuth, right? Altitude is maximum and where it is in south and when the azimuth is 180, right? Under this condition only it is assumed to be transiting, right? Transiting means what? Moving, you can say. Now this is your 519 question, right? Select the answer for this question, everyone. Select the answer. Just now you mentioned na? The intersection of a vertical point through the observer's station and the upper portion of this celestial sphere. So this is your celestial sphere. So this is your earth and this is your observer, right? Observer point and this upper portion of the celestial sphere, right? That is called with the zenith. Na? So intersection of this observer's point to the bottom portion of the celestial sphere, it is called as your nadir. Okay. But here we are telling it is your zenith, you can say, right? Now 520. Select the answer for this question, everyone. So this is the last question on this field astronomy. After that we'll be going for this RSGS and GPS. Tomorrow that minor instruments will be discussing, and with that the surveying all state PSC PYQs will get over. Okay. What is that? If S denotes the sum of these all angles of a spherical triangle then the quantity S minus this 180 is called as, right? Generally, if you are considering the linear triangle, na, whenever you are considering the linear triangle, right, what is it? You can say sum of the angles will be 180, right? This is your A, B, C. So that is which one? This A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degrees, right? But in case of this spherical triangle, if you just observe, whenever you are considering this spherical triangle, right, like this, these are the 3 points on the spherical triangle you are having, and here these angles will be what? More than 180, right? Sum of these angles will be more than 180. So this is your yes, you can say, right? The sum of the angles is more than 180, and this S minus this 180 is called as your spherical axis, right? Means how much extra angle you are having in case of spherical triangle. So that is the meaning of it, right? So this completes which one? This is field astronomy questions, right? Now we'll be entering into which one? This RS, GS, GPS, RS, GS and GPS questions we are discussing, right? This is your 520, and it is which one? This 521 question, right? 521 you can say, right? So select the answer for this, all of you. Select the answer, everyone. Remote sensing question. Remote sensing work where the system has no energy source, right, of its own, but it depends on external source of energy. Like generally, yeah, Mayur said B. So what is that you can say? You will be depending upon which one. If you just observe, right, you will not be, this is your satellite you are having now, this is your satellite, you can say. So that satellite will not be releasing any energy, and will be using which one? This sun, that natural energy, like this we are using, right? That is called as your passive remote sensing, right? Passive remote sensing, right? Active remote sensing means, so this satellite itself will be sending some light or something like that, some energy, electromagnetic waves, then it is active remote sensing, right? So if you are utilizing some other source, means it is passive remote sensing. Yes, now, yes, Mayur, correct, right? Now select the answer for this 522. Select the answer for this question of you, 522. 522, select the answer. Anyone? No, no one is selecting. Remote sensing of this Earth's surface is done by making use of these properties of which type of electromagnetic waves, right? Which properties of these electromagnetic waves we are using for making the remote sensing, right? So what is that? Emission, reflection, diffraction, absorption, right? So here, whenever that energy source is there, na, whenever that energy source is there, either from the external energy source like a sun, or you will be having this artificial natural energy source like sun for passive remote sensing, or you will be having this active remote sensing by means of this energy source from the satellite also, right? Whatever it is, right? Some, suppose if you are just observing, some building will be there, some water will be there, so different elements, right? Different elements will be behaving with respect to this in a different manner, na? So that source will be emitting the rays, you can say, and some rays are reflected and some rays are absorbed, right? Based on this only, right? Absorbed, reflected and emitted, right? Based on these properties only, we can decide which type of material it is and what are the dimensions of it, right? What is the area of this one, right? Like that you can say. So which one are correct? 1, 2 and 4 are correct, na? Diffraction, right? There is no diffraction here, okay? Only emission, reflection and absorption, right? So this earth surface, some material is there that will be absorbing some rays, it will be reflecting some rays, right? Based on these properties only we are doing this remote sensing analysis, right? 523, select the answer of you. Select the answer of you, 523. Somebody select the answer. Someone? Mayur? What is the answer for that? C? Oh, sorry. This is which one is the answer? The remotely sensed data has an errors due to the following, right? Why it will be having the errors? If you just observe, you can say why it will be having the errors. What is the reason? Imaging characteristics of this sensors, right? Because of this characteristics of this sensor, so what is that satellite will be having which one? This is some emitter will be there, right? So some emitter will be there and it will be emitting, and what happens, right, depending upon the interaction of this electromagnetic energy, right? Depending upon the interaction of this electromagnetic energy with the surface features of this earth, right, that there will be some sensor you are having, right, that will be sensing the data, right? It is because of what, right? Imaging characteristics of this sensor means sensor is not properly able to receive the data, right? Sensor is not properly receiving the data, right? Sensor is not properly receiving the data, so therefore what is happening, right? Errors will occur or not. So that is one reason. Stability and arbitrary characteristics of this platform, motion of this earth, atmospheric effects, right? Atmospheric effects, right? So here if you just observe it, these are all the things you are having now, so no. So whatever it is the reason, right? Whatever it is the reason you are having to which will be resulting in which one? This error, you can say, right? Which will be resulting in the error, you can say, if you just observe, which will be resulting in the error if you just observe. So here actually that options are missing, right? Option A is what? 1, 2, 3 and 4, and option B is what? What is that? 1, 3 and 4, that is missing actually. And option C is which one? Option C is what? 1, 2 and 4. 1, 2 and 4. Next, what is that fourth one you are having? 3 and 4 only. 3 and 4 only, right? So which one will be resulting in, if you just observe, you can say, because of this, right? Imaging characteristics of this sensor means it is unable to make the images properly, right? So it is unable to make the images properly. When it is unable to make the images properly, so then also it will be resulting in which one? These errors, right? Suppose if the sensor is making the images properly, do you have any error? No error, right? Stability and arbitrary characteristics of this platform, right? So suppose this is your earth you are having, right? This is your earth you are having, and this is your satellite rotating around the earth, you can say, rotating on the circumference of this earth, right? Suppose if it is not stable with respect to this earth position, and it is not maintaining the same speed as that of your earth, then what happens? There will be some differences you will be having now. Yes, motion of the earth, right? If the motion of the earth is not proper, what will happen? That also will result in atmospheric effects, right? So whenever you are sending these electromagnetic rays, whenever you are telling these electromagnetic rays, right, whenever you are sending these electromagnetic rays, atmosphere also will influence na. So what will happen? If you just observe, this atmospheric influence will be there, therefore all these effects will be resulting in which one? This error, right? Errors, right? Okay, 523. Now select the answer for this. 524. Select the answer for this. 524. Select the answer. 524th question. B. Lina said B. Any other answer by others? All of you? In GPS, receivers used are, which receivers are used if you just observe? GPS receivers, right? If you just observe GPS satellites, right? You observe the difference. GPS satellites are using what? GPS satellites are using this atomic, right? What is it they are using? They are using this atomic clocks. And this GPS receivers, what they are using? Receivers means in your mobile or in your GPS device, right? Which one are used? The quartz clocks are used, if you just observe, right? So in the receivers, quartz clocks are used, and in the satellites, atomic clocks are used, right? Which one is correct now? GPS receivers is asked in the question. Na? So GPS receivers means it is atomic clocks or quartz clocks. It is your quartz clocks, na? Yes, absolutely, right? Now select the answer for this 525 question of you. 525 question, select the answer. Yes, you said opposite, but okay, you have to correct. B. Akash said B. Yes, right. The Indian navigation system similar to that GPS of USA is called as, right? Which one? It is a Navic, na? Yes, no, it is a Navic, you can say. So Galileo is for which one? Galileo is for this Europe, na? Galileo is for this Europe, if you just observe, right? Galileo is for this Europe, if you just observe, right? GLONASS is for which one? GLONASS is for which one, all of you? Jalina, GLONASS is not for India. GLONASS is for which country? GLONASS is for which one? This is China, na? GLONASS is for this China or not? Yes, GLONASS is for this China or Russia? Which one it is, all of you? Russian GPS system, right? So GNSS, right? What is a Russian GPS system, you can say? That GLONASS is for China or Russia, everyone? Anyone tell me? GLONASS is for which one? This is Russia, if you just observe, right? GLONASS is for which one? This is Russia, okay? QZSS is for what? That QZSS is for which one? That QZSS is for Japan, na? QZSS is for Japan, you can say. And this GPS is for which one? GPS is for this USA, right? So these are the global navigation systems developed by various countries, right? So in India also. So why actually this started for India? Why we started developing? Why we started developing this Navic, if you just observe? You can say because during this, right, during this 1973 war, right, during this war, Kargil war with Pakistan, so when we asked for the help of this United States, the GPS help we have asked, they said they will not give any data for us. But even though we won that war with Pakistan, that is different issue. So we have asked for that, right? We have asked for that. They did not, right? They did not support us, right? They did not support us, right? So but what happens, right? But what happens? So then Indian people thought that we have to develop our own navigation system. We should not dependent on others. If any future wars comes, we cannot depend, we cannot rely on America, we cannot rely on Russia, everybody. So we have to develop our own navigation system, right? That is what, right? So that is what the reason we started developing our own system. Yes, na? Yes, right. What is that? Beidou. Yes, Beidou. What is that? Beidou. You are having. This is for China, na? Yes. Yes, yes. That time US denied to support us. That is the reason we started taking which one? We started developing our own network, right? Like that is a clear. Okay. 526. Select the answer for this. Select the answer for this, everyone. 526 question. So during that war, uh, okay, you opened my notes. Very good. During that war, actually, even Russia also did not help us, right? Even Russia also did not, right? Even Russia also, which one? This did not help us, right? So what happens? Russia also did not help us. Why? We are out of bullets. We requested America, they did not give bullets, and Russia also they did not give bullets, and only the country which helped us is which one? Israel, right? Even though we did not ask for help, in the entire aeroplane they have sent bullets, they have filled with bullets, and they have sent us, right? They have asked us to recognize them as a country, but we did not do it, right? We have given doka to Israel at the time. Okay, so but Israel, in the constitution of this Israel, if you just observe, first and foremost word is written is thanks to India. Okay, so to avoid this kind of difficult situation, what is it you're having? You have to have this navigation system, our own navigation system, right? This surgical strikes, whenever you are going for, we cannot rely on others na. If you rely on, if you take the help of this US GPS help, then they will know na. So for that reason, what we are doing, we are going for this, right? So how many? The position of a point can be located in GPS on receiving signals from at least, right? How many satellites we are having? If you just observe, three satellites, right? At least how many satellites? At least three satellites, if you just observe, right? So you have to be careful, right? Three satellites position, and one satellite for which one? One satellite for which one? One satellite for this time na? Yes or no? No. 526. No. 527. Select the answer for this question of you. Sorry, here if you just observe, what is that? 3 or 4, which one is correct one? 3 or 4, which one is correct, all of you? 3 or 4, right? Which one is correct? This is your 4 correct na? 3 for which one? This location, at which location it is there, and 1 for which one? This time, right? And 1 for which one? This time, right? Total how many required? Total 4 are required na? Yes, total 4 are required, right? 3 for position and 1 for which one? This time related, right? 3 for position and 1 for this time, you can say, right? You have to be careful. In the GNSS we have discussed na, global navigation systems, everyone, if you remember. Right, 527. Select the answer. Yes, 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 yes. For both position and time, 4 are required at least. Five 27. Select the answer of you. Five 27C. Four number of satellites are required to get which one is exact location and time, right? Exact location and time, Mayur. Okay. So 3 for which one? This position, right? 3 for which one? This location. So 1 for which one? This time, right? 1 for which one? This time. So total how many are required, right? This total how many are required? Total 4 are required, right? So the position of a point can be located in GPS on receiving signals from at least, right? Okay. Okay, you are telling that it is only position given, no time is given, right? No time is given, right? Then you are taking it as which one? This is 3. So that is your doubt, right, Akash? Yes, na? With respect to location or this position, it will be 3, and with respect to time 1, total 4. But here in the question, only position of this point is asked, so it must be 3, right? That is what you are telling, right? Is it so? Is that you are telling, Akash? Is that you are telling, Akash? Yes, na? Yes, correct, right? So position of a point can be located in GPS on receiving signals from at least, right? 3 satellites will be correct and 4 satellites will be correct, right? With respect to this location, 3 will be correct, right? And total with respect to time also 1 is required. So total at least how many are required? Total 4 are required, right? Total 4 are required if you just observe, right? Isn't it? Yes, na? Right. Yes, you can say, right? Yes, you can get this answer as 3 only. Yes. But total time and position, complete details of point are given, then you take it as 4. Only position is given, you take it as 3, right? Yes, that is correct. Okay, right. What is that? A temporal resolution, if you just observe? The temporal resolution is nothing but your which one? This is a temporal resolution, TR. What it means, if you just observe, that a temporal resolution is nothing but your, it is the amount of time needed, right? What is that you can say? It is the amount of which one? This is the amount of this time needed. Temporal resolution means this amount of time needed for which purpose? To revisit. To revisit, and which one? This acquire data. To revisit, and this acquire data from where? Acquire data for exact same location. Exact same location, you can say, right? Exact same location, you can say, right? So when applied to the remote sensing, right, amount of time is depending upon which one? So this depends on what? This time depends on which one, all of you? This time depends on which one? Orbital characteristics, na? This time depends on which one? This orbital characteristics of this sensor or not? Characteristics. Orbital characteristics of which one? This is sensor platform, right? Which one is a sensor platform? You can say that a satellite will be the sensor platform you are having. A orbital characteristics of this is sensor platform, as well as and sensor characteristics also, right? And which one? This is sensor characteristics also, whether sensor is good or not, right? Characteristics. Now tell me, frequency of this receiving radiations, sensitivity of the system to small changes in the radiation, ability of the system to distinguish the details in the images, the wavelengths to which the remote sensing system is sensitive, right? So which one is correct if you just observe? Time, amount of time needed, right? The main time is related to which one? This it is related to this frequency of this receiving radiance or wavelength to which the remote sensing system is sensitive. It is related to which one? If you just observe this frequency of this receiving radiations, right? 1 by frequency is nothing but your time only, na? Is that no? 1 by frequency is nothing but your time only, na? Yes, the amount of a frequency, right? If you just observe, right? Whenever you are having these times, actually, whenever you are having this radio station, let us say 91.3 FM, what is that 91.3? That 91.3 hertz, na? That hertz is a frequency, you can say, right? So that frequency only will be now is it okay? So I'll be closing the session now. Thank you all of you. Have a good day, right? So tomorrow will be the last class on this all state PSC PYQs of surveying, right? So this remote sensing, some other questions are there. After that, minor instruments will be discussing. With that, it will be over, right? So shall I close the session? Yes, I'll be closing.